Good afternoon. This is another episode of our Friday devotional time for Aftershock. Actually just wanted to go off, it wasn't something I read this morning, I want to go off of something that we talked about last Sunday. This Sunday for Sunday Small Group we will be studying this again a little bit. But last Sunday we talked about authority and obedience to parents and things like that, and I know you're probably thinking, oh, here he goes again talking about this, but something that every teenager, in fact everybody, struggles with is the relation to authority. There's something deep inside of us, a pride about us that says, you can't tell me what to do, don't talk to me that way, don't do that to me, you can't tell me that, those types of things, those type of responses to when someone tells us something. But the Bible, and when Christ came to earth, Christ came and his teaching shattered our mindset about things. So whereas I would think to myself, you can't do that to me because I'm me, because I deserve better than that. Christ came teaching a message that says you deserve nothing. The biggest thing you deserve is hell. Yet through Christ you can get heaven. But don't look at your life as I deserve this, give this to me. In fact, you deserve the least of everything. But Christ allows you to have some things. Now, when Christ taught us that, when Christ brought that to the picture, when Christ brought that to the table and said, this is how I want you to think, a lot of us get offended at that. Now, we may not admit it. We may not say, oh, I can't believe he said that. But a lot of us go, well, I'm not going to act that way. And we show out our offense by the fact that we don't do what he's told us to do. When Christ tells us in his word to obey authority and to listen to them and to revere or to show reverence to our authority, a lot of times we have a response that is less than that. Sometimes we get angry with our parents, sometimes we get angry with our teachers, we get angry with our youth pastor, or something like that. We get angry and we just, you can't tell me to do that. But Christ's response is, when you feel that way, the only true response is love. Now, is that difficult? Absolutely. When someone does something to you that your pride wells up and you say that you can't do that to me, that's not supposed to happen, it is very difficult to change your mindset to say, I want to show love to that person. So when your mom says to you, I need you to do this, and you go, oh, you can't talk to me like that, it's very difficult to then say, I'm going to do that, Mom, and I'm going to do something else on top of it. Now, I know some of you are like, that's not happening. But that's what Christ expects of us. Christ's command to us to revere or to reverence authority was not for the mindset of, I'll clean my room if you want me to, or that's all I'm doing. That wasn't his goal. His goal was not just plain obedience. His goal was obedience with reverence, meaning that I show that person I love them by the way that I obey. Now, we as teenagers, we rear up at that term obey because we think, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm a grown adult, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm a grown adult, I don't have to obey anybody anymore. But let's be honest. Okay, you start off as a child, you obey your parents, really generally up until about you go to college. Even then, you're still obeying your parents, you're living in their household when you're not at college. You graduate college, at that point then, hopefully you're going to get a job, unless you're eating Cheetos, playing video games in the basement of your mom's for the rest of your life. But probably you're going to get a job. You will have a boss to whom you are responsible, meaning there's an authority over you. That at times when you say, can I get this day off, and they go, no, you're going to, but wait, I've asked for that for a month. And your response has to be that of love and reverence, because Christ's command to us was to react that way to our authority. Do I know it's difficult? Absolutely. Do I struggle with it? Absolutely. Believe me, anytime Pastor Matt says something, I'm just kidding. But everybody struggles with that pride welling up and saying, you can't tell me that, you can't do that to me. So a couple of things. Number one, recognize or remember, because if you're saved, you've already known this, you're worth nothing. I am worth nothing. Christ loved us in spite of ourselves. I mean something to Christ. I'm worth something to him because he loved me, but in and of myself, in and of my sin, I am worth nothing. So I don't deserve anything. My parents wanted to give me stuff because I deserve it. I haven't shown them anything that would prove my deserving stuff from them. So you don't deserve anything. You and we're worth nothing. Secondly, it's not just about obedience. Okay, making your bed and screaming the whole time and slapping stomping on the ground and screaming things at your parents is obedience. Yeah, you're doing what they told you to do, but that's not what Christ requests, expects, commands from us when we obey what we're supposed to do. Today, focus on, we're going to study a little bit more this Sunday. Some of you aren't going to come now. This Sunday, we're going to focus a little bit more on that. But this weekend, try and think about ways in which when authority tells you something and you rear up and you're about to say something to them, try and think of Christ's command to respond with love and reverence. It will change your life. It will move you to a whole new level spiritually if you can get that one step down. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.